dot pollens. We keep getting willies. Into the field, and this is mine and Angela's very first sugar baby melon. As you can tell, they're not normally go past 5 kilos. It's a good size, and I'm going to slice into it. Now normally you have to leave them to settle for an hour because they're quite warm, so let's have a look how beautiful this is. So these are purely organic. They're much harder to grow because we don't use pesticides. So we try to keep healthy. So let's have a little look how beautiful this is. Well, she goes through lovely.
This is the first one this year.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that. Oh, she looks lovely, she does. So what we're going to do is slice it down the middle here. And I'm just going to take a little bit out here because I just want to see what she tastes like. Really good for you. Actually very good for cholesterol as well. Wow, that's sweet. That is like really nice.
Is it a good one?
Yeah. It's just full of flavour, full of sweetness. Perfectly ready. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely gorgeous to eat. Worth all the hard work. Pure organic, no pesticide. Harder to grow, but much better.
And you can come up and pick your own if you like.
And if anyone in the area, we have got a buyer who's interested, but if anybody wants to come up and pick their own watermelons, just let us know and we'll give us our location.
Now, sometimes the problem is that you can overwater them, and if you leave your hose pipe on a little bit too long, or your irrigation too long, what you get is you get that. It's where the melon splits. So it's a shame, but it is what it is. Totally dead. So we'll throw that to the side. And we've also got another one here which is deformed and split, and that also can cause a problem with it as well, as you can tell. It's a shame, but it happens, especially with melons. So what you do is you take them up, because they'll still take nutrition out of the good ones. Right now I'm clearing a few weeds, so we can see what we've got. And then, because I don't want the weeds stifling the plants, because we are pure organic. So we're not using weed killer. So it's a lot harder to do, but it's a lot more healthier.
Warm welcome back to the Algarve, and it has been stiflingly hot. On Friday it got up to 41 degrees here, and I really didn't want to do anything, so that's exactly what I did, nothing. I've got to tell you about what happened when I broke my arm. Now, going back a year ago when I broke my wrist, I documented what they did, and they actually had to do a procedure where they had to pull the arm and then do an injection. It was a lot more intense than when I broke my arm this time. So they x-rayed it and just potted it up. It was very straightforward. But when I came to receiving the bill, which with insurance, it was double of what it was last year. The fan machinery's just gone on. So I actually couldn't understand it, and I went to the private hospital, and it was literally double the price of last year. So I queried it, and I sent 5 emails, and I still haven't got anything back. So I suppose that's a lesson learned from me, that I think if anything like that happens again, I'll be just going to the regular hospital. So yeah, it was quite a shock that it was double the price, so I actually didn't go back. I was due to go back 3 weeks ago for a consultation, but I thought, do you know what? If it's going to cost me another €200 plus another x-ray, I'm just not going to do it. And yesterday it was so warm, I think the pot would have come off anyway this following Wednesday, and it was so warm yesterday I decided just to take the blooming thing off myself, because it was getting itchy, and I think as long as I don't fall, I'll be fine. So I will show you where we are at with everything. We have got pumpkins and butternut squash everywhere in the polytunnel. We have got pumpkins down here, butternut squash up here, and we've got pumpkins along here. So what I plan to do today, I asked Dave to take this big broccoli plant out yesterday, and the wasps were actually feeding on it, and I got stung, and yeah, ouch, it really did hurt. And there are some sort of like flying about, but they got their vengeance. I am actually ahead of Abe with the planting. My plants are ready to go in the ground. Abe hasn't put the water pipe feed down yet, so I'm thinking of actually just putting them in this holding area just for a little bit, because some of them are just getting pot bound or tray bound. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I've just picked up this perfect pumpkin, except on the other side it's full of wood lice. But I have a surprised onion in this raised bed I've grown from seed, so quite happy with that. So these plants that are struggling, I'm going to pop in the raised bed area. Until the field's ready for them. So that's what I'm going to do now. Got another one of them wasps around me. I don't think the wasps are happy because I've taken away their food source. But definitely needed to get rid of the old broccoli plant. Hope I don't get stung again. So I'm literally just popping them in here because they've certainly outgrown these trays, and it's only a question of hopefully less than a week that we plant them in the field. Abe's left his drill somewhere, so these sweet corn I'll probably planting there because they are not happy. The last plant that I actually planted, I put my hand in a wasp's nest, and then Abe came in with his blowtorch and blasted them. So these are the newest plants that we've actually planted. We've had them in probably about a month, and I've been down here and I've seen one or two bees. It's about 9:30 and a butterfly, but certainly we haven't got the bee population that we should have. All around us are farmers' fields that they actually do use pesticides, and on Sunday they were going round with the, oh Coco, don't do that, she flops on my camera stand. So on Sunday they were actually going round with like a big tractor, and the pesticides just go in the air. It's totally unhealthy. Here in Portugal we used to not do GMO, but I think they have started now. So I'm going to have to be a bee and self-pollinate. So I'll start with that row over there. It could also be the chemtrails, what they're spraying. You know, I think the powers that be do want us to not have food and to eat bugs, and that's just not on my list. So anyway, I have to find, oh, I found a little male flower. Right, sorry for the shakiness, but I have got my camera held in my hand. So this is, you see the stalk, is a male. Now this one, this little flower is a female because it's got the little bulbous bottom. So I can just show you. getting a bit of a shadow here. Give it a little bit of a rub. And hopefully that does the trick. But as you can see, I'll just walk down the rows and you can see flowers are out. We've got a bee there, got a couple of bees there. Hopefully they're doing a better job than me. But this should be teeming with bees. What do you think, Coco? It is 9:30 already and it is really warm. It's supposed to be 37 degrees today. Ridiculously hot. Have some beautiful big melons. These are going to be well over 10 kilos and they're not ready to be harvested yet, they're still growing. So where are we going to be without our bees? We managed to pick this up a couple of days ago at our local bar. It's from the local beekeeper. And he was just sat there with his jar of honey hoping somebody would come and buy it so he could probably have mouse sagres and madronia. It was €10, but to know that you've got some organic honey for €10, it's just a nice thing to have and it's local. We've been having a problem with our watermelons. I planted 1,100 plants hoping that it would generate enough money so we could live on for the rest of the year. Now each plant should actually have 2 to 4 melons per plant and that hasn't been happening. I would say what we've got in the field at the moment is actually down 85%. We've got about 360 melons that are nice melons that are growing. Now some of the melons split when they're nearly ready. Now that can be overwatering, it could be a number of many things. It could be the fact that it's just an odd shape, and we have noticed that we've probably got about 70 really odd shaped melons. So this is one of the ones that are an odd shape, which we're in a bit of a dilemma at the moment. Do we actually cut them and hope we get more melons from the plant that are just a better shape? And that could be down to lack of nutrients, watering, not pollinating properly. So anyway, Abe had been talking to a gardener and he said get some organic nutrients. So we went down to Algarve yesterday and we got some big like container of nutrients which cost €50. And on the way back we decided to go for a drink and the lady came out with, I asked for a red wine and she came out with this bottle and it was only $2.50. So I had a glass of wine and shared a little bit with Abe as well and brought it home. So €2.50 for a bottle of wine, and I've got some for today as well.